Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to say this real quick. I might look like I'm naked because I took off my shirt. I got on the sports. Bruh, yeah, you saw all that. Your auntie got some things up her. Anyway, look, let me tell you something. What's been bothering me all day is seeing that footage of Puffy Combs beating up on Cassie the way he did, butt naked in 2016. And it was really sad because he just snatched her up, drug her, and I'm sure you guys have already seen the video. But if you haven't seen it, just look it up. Puffy Combs is beat up on Cassie. She used to be, I think she's only a one-hit wonder, and I think he got her in the spotlight or whatever the case may be. They started dating, and he just abused her. He abused her really bad. But when I saw that video footage, it didn't sit well with me. I heard about it on the news this morning, and when he drug her by her hair and he kicked her while she was on the floor and she didn't even fight back, you throwing vases at her and stuff, you are a piece of S-H-I-T, piece of shit scumbag. And I don't care if your ass get put up under the ground because you a dirty ass man. Anytime a man put their hand on a woman, I'm gonna say you a bitch. Because you know that we can't thump with you straight on with our hands. But I'm gonna tell you something, ladies. If somebody is coming up against you such as a man like that, and you know he's bigger than you, you get you an equalizer. What's an equalizer? Whatever he weigh, or even a big person, whoever is hurting you, whatever size they are, you match them. Which you get something to match them. Because see, baby, let me tell you something. I snatched that ding-a-ling right up out of his spine, out of his back, and I'd have pulled it all the way back. He was naked. I don't know why I'm making this video, but yes, I do. Stop putting your hands on people. If you're a woman that's beating up on kids and your husband and whoever it is, keep your hands to yourself. Because somebody gonna get you. And clearly, he was comfortable putting his hands on her. Unbelievable. But Puffy is a gangster, and I think that Cassie had been abused by him for a long time. Especially he had her messing around with all kinds of insane stuff. I'll just say that. She's probably trapped and couldn't get away from him. She's probably just so scared of him. And I really do feel sorry for people who are in a battered situation. It's easy to sit on the sideline and say, you should do this and you should do that. But you have to recognize the signs. As soon as you realize that you are being mistreated, get out of there. Don't wait until it's too late. Because sometimes if you wait too late, you can't get out of it. And you end up getting monkey stumped by a big old gorilla, big old bully. And plus he lied about doing these crazy things, these accusations he's been accused of these last few years. But she got that ass though, didn't she? Hit him with a $30 million lawsuit, and he had to ask that money. But that young lady laid on the floor and took them licks. And you know, like, what can you do when a big old giant over you doing stuff like that? But them kind of people always go to sleep. When they go to sleep. You get me? When they take a shower. Because abusers, they cocky. They like to beat up on you, go to sleep, thinking you ain't gonna do nothing. To go in there and get in the shower, and like ain't nothing gonna happen. They get in the car, put the seatbelt on. I'm gonna tell you something, I had a guy. Boy! I was in my 20s. I was like, what, 24? Yeah, I think I was 24. And messed around with this guy. And we got into it about something in his vehicle. And we went to the gas station. And before he got out the car to get his gas, he punched me in my leg and gave me this look like, hey, you better not say nothing else. Or, hey, you better not do nothing else. And I looked at him like, okay, I'm getting you when you get back in the car. Baby, he got back in the car, and all he saw was me looking at him like this. And he was he was afraid to put his car in drive. Because he knew I was coming for that ass. Soon as he got in the car, bam! Bashed his head against the window. Bam! Took both hands. Because he was a big, thick, chunky meatball head guy. I took both hands and rammed his head against the window hard. And he said, and he wasn't even ready. And I think it scared him. I know it scared him because he didn't even fight back. Not to say he was a punk or anything, but I think it just took him off guard. But he knew something was going to happen. And you know, we in our 20s, baby. We can thump and bang. Hey, we got the energy. And he was like, what, 7 years older than me at that time? Girl, I got to tell you about him one day. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe I won't. And then, you know, well, I ain't gonna say all that. I'm just gonna say, when you see somebody that's abusive towards you, immediately get away from them. You might have to report them. Whatever the case may be, don't stick around and wait until it's too late. Because clearly, Puffy has been doing that to her for a while. He was very comfortable, and she laid on the floor comfortably. She wasn't, you know, most of the time when you feel like you're really in fear, you kind of like, oh, you know, you scream, try to get away and stuff like that. She just laid on the floor, which lets me believe that he's done that to her before. That didn't sit well with me. And I'm glad that footage came out. And he denied everything up until this point. So now that the footage has come out, anything you say come out your mouth, your credibility is shot out the window because you lie too much. You lie too much. Pay attention to him. But you know who was talking about him years ago and people weren't really paying attention? What's her name? Jaguar Green? What's that chick? She always talking. You be like, girl, you sound crazy as hell. She's been saying this stuff for years about Puff, and did anybody believe her? Hey, this is real. But yeah, then I just want to talk about that. I want to get that off my chest. I represent his naked ass by being naked, which I'm not. I got my sports bra on, and I got on some. Ooh, you saw my little fat stomach, didn't you? You liked it. You liked it. You like that. I was outside playing in the garden today, and I'm hot and sweaty. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about Puffy Combs putting his hands on Cassie. People need to learn how to keep their hands to themselves. And then you threw a vase at her? Ninja! Are you kidding me? Let me tell you something. I'd rather die alone to deal with a man who's going to put his hands on me. Period. That is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. Abuse is not acceptable. Abuse shouldn't be a part of your life. Who wants to walk around feeling like somebody's going to hit them? Well, my mother used to beat up on me when I was a kid. Yeah, she used to beat up on me. Until I got tired of her. And then I had to put my hands on her. I had to fight back. You know, people say, you never should hit your mama back. Yeah, some of these mamas, y'all be doing too damn much to these kids. Y'all be monkey stomping them, throw them in the closet, don't feed them and stuff. Now, my mother didn't do that kind of stuff. But to me, she was a little abusive. Stop putting your hands on me. Especially girls, she put her hands on me when I was 22 years old, and that's when I really fought back. Had to put my mama in the chicken wing. Anyway, that's another story. Every time I tell people that, they just be in disbelief. I know your mama beat you up after that. No, I was 22. She was like, well, she's 18 years older than me at the time. She was like 40. She couldn't hang with that youth. She couldn't hang with that. So I put in a wrestling move she couldn't get out of. That is so mean. Angel, don't ever tell anybody else this story. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Because at some point, you got to stop putting your hands on your kids, on everybody beating up on the dogs, doing all this weird ass stuff. And I think was it St. Louis? Yeah, I think St. Louis, somebody was shooting up in the hospital. Like, who brings a gun to the hospital? Who brings guns to the parade? Who brings guns just for unnecessary stuff? What is with this violence? This is getting on my nerves. So, but anyway, I just want to talk to you about Puffy real quick. I just started rambling. I got my guard dog back there. Nico boy! That's that boy back there. He ain't gonna do nothing. He had to find out the hard way too, not to play with his mama. He bit me. What's that, 2020? Yeah, 2022. He bit me really hard. But actually that was my fault because I didn't check him. I didn't claim dominance. I didn't claim alpha over him because after Shay Shay died, which is my other dog, I was just in a vulnerable, sad state. And so he was getting away with murder, which led him to believe that he can dominate me. And then one day he bit the H-E double hockey sticks out of me. And I beat, hey, no, not these boots. You probably can't see. You see these boots right here? Can you see them? I think he's seeing boots, whatever. Yeah. Nico got a chance to meet some boots that day. Yeah, because you cannot bite me in my house. I feed you. You cannot think that it's okay to continue to bite me. As a matter of fact, he nipped me a couple of times prior to that, and then one day he gave me the big bang. And I paid for that because I didn't check his ass in the beginning. You gotta nip stuff in the bud in the beginning before it gets too bad. And that's exactly what happened. Before I knew it, I got bit. And still to this day, these two fingers, because he bit my fingers. These 2 fingers are numb. I talked about it on my TikTok page. Well, his TikTok page. Yeah, I had to go to urgent care and everything. And he had to be quarantined. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But again, I didn't check him in the beginning. I didn't establish dominance. I didn't nip it in the bud quick enough, and I ended up getting bitten. And the only reason, you probably wonder what happened. I'm gonna tell you this real quick. I was sitting on the phone talking to my friend, and Nico hopped his 2 front paws on my left knee. So picture this in your mind's eye. I'm on my phone with my right hand, and Nico jumped up on my leg while I was sitting down on my left leg. He had his bone in his mouth. Some of you guys have seen his big mammoth bone. So when he hopped up on my knee, he had his bone in his mouth. I was rubbing his head with my left hand. Well, not realizing what I've done, my left hand dropped down to his lips and hit his bone. And he, just that quick, he bit through the bone, guys. He bit me through that bone, and luckily, the bone prevented him from biting both my freaking fingers off. Now, first of all, I should not have let him stand on my knee like that. That in their world, they're claiming dominance. In their world, they're alpha. And by me touching his bone, I have really disrespected him. I was out of line. He corrected me about touching his bone. Now, mind you, I didn't try to touch his bone. I was just rubbing his head and talking to my friend, and naturally my hand dropped. That boy bit me hard. And I told my friend, I said, girl, Nico just bit me. I said, hold on. And she said, oh my God. I lost it, guys. I lost it. How dare you bite me in my damn house? I freaking lost it. And my friend, I was talking, I was just on a rampage. I said, I ought to pop a cap in you, I ought to kill you, all that stuff, guys. And my friends, I heard her on my loudspeaker, she said, Angel, please do not kill the dog. She snapped me out of it because I'm telling you, I was going to take him out. But at the same time, it was my fault. So, but anyway, he learned his lesson that day, and ever since that day, he's been more submissive. Oh, it was a whole mess. It was a whole mess. So he's way better. He still shows his little dominant ways, but he's a whole lot more respectful towards me. And he submits now. He lays on his stomach. I'm sorry, he lays on his back, and shows me his belly. And I could touch his bone. I could take his water from him. He doesn't all that other. He don't do that stuff no more. Because that day, I think he saw his little eyes flash against his, go across his face. Like I said, he was still bad after that, but no more biting and not so much aggression. Well, no aggressiveness towards me. Ain't that right, boy? Yeah, you know your mama will get you. All right, guys. I just wanted to get that off my chest. That don't sit well with me. Abusive people don't sit well with me, period. Especially bullies. If you're a bully, I don't like you right out the gate. I don't like you. I don't like bullies. I'm sure you can figure out how to get your point across, get your feelings out without putting your hands on people. Because one of these days, somebody gonna get you. All right, guys. So I love you. Sorry, this is not a hair. My video is usually about hair. This is not a hair video. This is more like a vent or a rant. Somewhat of a rant video. And I love you guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.